Oh my god. Ladies and gentlemen, g'day. Welcome back to the channel. My name's Economics Mate, and what you see in front of you here is an extract from Mr. Scrubs for Lunch and his wargaming support ticket that has sent the Blitz community into an absolute frenzy. I have not seen so many people jump to conclusions. I'm sorry. I've been laughing so hard at this. In such a short time, than this. So apparently, as the myth goes, that wargaming can actually impose a ban on certain players who shoot other players who are AFK. Now, Droodles made a video on this earlier today, and he basically discussed how this is going to ruin the game, this is ridiculous, this should never have even been an option. What about all the free damage that we get from the players that are AFK and that we shoot because it's our natural instinct. The first time, whenever we see an AFK player on the enemy team, we go ahead and we kill them. Correct? That's exactly what we're supposed to do. Well, in his video, he basically explained how this quote-unquote rule violation is an injustice. It is something that should not be implemented. It is something that should never have even been considered. And I 100% agree with him. I agree wholeheartedly with what he said. And it should never have been a rule in Blitz. Except, I'm going to read out what Wargaming said, okay? They said, thank you for, or I should probably start it with, hello, Scrubs for Lunch. Thank you for contacting Wargaming player support and bringing this matter to our attention. We understand that this kind of situation can ruin the enjoyment of the game. Let us help you with it. With the information you have provided to us, we have performed an investigation and taken the appropriate actions in accordance with our procedures, in which you can see how rule violations are now handled via this page. And of course, they link in the page to the updated rules and violations policy. They also mention, and this is what's highlighted as well, we must warn you not to shoot at AFK tanks in the future, as this can be treated as participation in rigged battles, which result in a permanent ban. Please refrain from shooting AFK tanks AFK tank. Great English there. And try to win by capturing the base. Unfortunately, we cannot disclose the exact measures we took due to the protection of data, whatever the fuck you want to call it, policy or privacy. We hope for your understanding, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Essentially, this highlighted area here, where it says, do not shoot at AFK tanks or you will be permanently banned, does not apply to World of Tanks Blitz. Now, when I saw this, and when I saw Droodles' video, I said, hold on a second. This seems oddly familiar. This almost seems like this is a World of Tanks PC support ticket. And then lo and behold, I was correct. I went on a bit of an investigation and I told Droodles, I'm like, hey Droods, by the way, I feel like this is probably not a World of Tanks Blitz ticket. And I said, I asked Wargaming on the CC server, and they basically said to me, no, this is not World of Tanks Blitz, this is PC. And then Droodles obviously told me, he's like, well, the support team is both the same for Blitz and for PC. And he made a very good point. He actually raises a very good point. They are the same. But I did some investigation. I did some digging myself, and I ended up finding out that Mr. Scrubs for Lunch, by the way, can I just say, initial D, that's pretty good. I like that, initial D. And Blitz Stars. Now, can I just say, Scrubs for Lunch, I searched his name up in Blitz Stars, it doesn't come up. He does not exist in World of Tanks Blitz. But he does exist in World of Tanks PC. And that should give you a good indication about where he is. You don't believe me? I'm happy to go search it up myself right now. Alrighty, here we are. Okay, we are on the World of Tanks PC website. And if we type in players, Scrubs for Lunch, we shall see that there is indeed a Scrubs for Lunch from the Maho clan. He's a World of Tanks PC player. He is not a World of Tanks Blitz player. So this kind of should cement the fact that, yes, this ticket is not from World of Tanks Blitz, it is from World of Tanks PC. So that's number one. Number two, Wargaming themselves in the CC channel, some of the staff members actually replied to me and told me, oh, I can't show you what they said, obviously, because it's, you know, privacy reasons. So yeah, definitely not a Water Tanks PC player. Water Tanks Blitz player, I should probably say. So you guys don't have to worry because it's a Water Tanks PC ticket. And I also have confirmation from Wargaming themselves because I asked the question. I asked it. And I'm going to show you right now as proof. Here we go. Here is what I wrote. Obviously, I didn't violate any rules. I had to make a ticket basically saying that I violated some rules. But yeah, I didn't violate any rules, obviously. So yeah, here we go. Blah, 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 blah. Scrub for lunch, who was told shooting AFK players can result in a ban, blah, 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 blah. I did some research, found out that this player is actually a Water Tanks PC player, and as a Water Tanks PC player myself, and being a Blitz player, I also realised he must have encountered players in clan wars that are doing it, because in case you guys didn't know, the only sort of game modes that you can actually inflict damage onto your own teammates, in other words, friendly fire, is clan wars, because Water Tanks PC had friendly fire for a very long time, and then they removed it a few years ago, and only clan wars allows for friendly fire. And fun fact, Water Tanks Blitz hasn't had friendly fire since sort of towards the beginning of the game, because when the game first came out, for a few months, there was friendly fire, and people abused it, and I was one of those people. So, yeah. Anyway, I basically said, can you please verify that this does not apply to Wotb, and we are free to kill AFK players on the enemy team without getting banned? Thank you very much. And their response? Hello, economics mate. Destroying opponents, even if they are AFK, is not a violation of the game rules. If you just met a random AFK opponent in a battle and destroyed him, this will not be any violation, and you have nothing to worry about. Of course, they obviously mentioned to me that if players organise rigged battles in which some players are deliberately AFK, you know, to try and rig the results and get certain rewards and achievements, then yes, that is considered rigging, and you could be up for a permanent account ban. But you can be sure that we carefully study complaints, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, should you have any other issues, basically tell me, contact us. But yeah, it's pretty funny. It's pretty funny that people went on an absolute, like, a warpath because Wargaming, because this thing was leaked, or like this screenshot was leaked somehow on Droodles' server, and then with Droodles making the video on it and like going absolutely apeshit. And I don't blame him, to be honest with you. I don't blame the player base for thinking that if this was real, this would be ridiculous. And Droodles' point that since that both the player support for Wargaming, being Water Tanks PC and the Water Tanks Blitz player support are both the same team, that this rule could be imposed in Blitz is quite frightening, right? But even the Wargaming staff who I interact with on the CC server, they mentioned something funny, which was, what? We can't shoot AFK players on the enemy team? Really? That's the first thing I do. So just be weary that if you're going into a battle and you're not rigging it by any way by like having another account going AFK, so you can, you know, obviously farm that account for damage, then you should be fine. You should be fine. There's no rule violations here. Clearly, this is a Water Tanks PC violation, so you're completely fine. You don't have anything to worry about. Trust me when I say this, you're fine. I've done my digging, I've done my research, I've asked the right people. This is the Water Tanks PC violation. It is not relating to Blitz whatsoever, so you are completely and utterly safe to kill any AFK enemy team players that you see when you are in a battle. Please do, because it's free damage for you. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this video. It's just a bit of fun, a bit of banter to poke around. Like I said, I'm not trying to shit talk Droodles or anything like that. As I said before, he's not wrong by getting upset at that and thinking that it's real or relates to Blitz, but just be assured it's nothing to do with Blitz, okay? Alright, I'm out. See you guys, ladies and gentlemen. Catch you later. Look after yourselves, look after your friends and family. Peace in the Middle East as always, and I'll catch you later. Bye-bye.